This is a place.
This is a place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place. Welcome to this week's episode of This is a Place podcast. My name is Nate.
And my name is Brandon.
And happy U.S. Bowling League Day.
I have a feeling you picked that one, Mr. Well, you don't really look like the dude anymore.
I'm not the dude. But I enjoy me a good game of bowling.
Yes.
I've never done a league before.
You've never been in a bowling league, huh?
No.
That
I think
surprises
I've not
me.
told this story.
Nate, you've been doing this so long. You might have.
Who knows how many stories?
Who knows?
I feel like every time I tell a story, you're like, oh, you already said this because you have a better memory than I do. But I used to take my boys bowling a lot because it was good for autism. They need
I think you've told this before.
And so I got good at bowling. Yeah. I got pretty decent at bowling. And somebody came up to me and said, hey, you're not bad. You should join our league. And I'm like, oh, cool. I've always wondered, how does that work? And he says something like, it's 36 weeks. I'm like, wait, what? I was thinking like an 8 to 12 week limit, 3 months
right
of league. And the thing is that my understanding from bowling leagues is that if you miss a week, you still have to pay. It's not, and you pay every week you go. So it can be a pretty expensive recreational sport compared to, for example, right now, softball's going on. You pay like $40 and you play like 8 to 12 games.
Right.
For $40. Where bowling, every week you're dropping $15 to $20 per week. I guess. I don't know how much it costs per week. And the commitment, that's more than a half of your year for this league. But I get it. It seems like it'd be fun. But I think I'd rather do our own men's league, put together.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I mean, I guess every bowling alley has a league going on, and there's nights when there's the leagues, and you can't really. Maybe you can get a line or something here, but there's no rule against just creating your own 12-week bowling league.
Well, I think a lot of the bowling alley. Well, I feel like the true bowling alleys are kind of harder to find because it's now gone towards the family fun center type stuff,
like the Fat Cats or the
All-Star. Fat Cats, All-Star. I mean, All-Star definitely has changed up their game, and I think they do have a side that's more for the serious bowlers, but the other side is just anybody can drop in and play almost any time. I don't think they do leagues on the other side, but I could be wrong. But even then, when you go in at night, they'll have like the glow in the dark. It's not like true bowling. And I also feel like All-Star lanes, they grease up the whole lane. So the ball never, if you're trying to spin the ball at all, it's harder because it just gets caught on that oil pattern and spins forever. But I do love me some good bowling. I like bowling.
I like bowling too. I go long periods of when I don't bowl.
Right.
And then I'll bowl a bunch of times in a short period. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I do want to get my own, get a real bowling ball.
Like your own custom
I do have my own, custom ball, I should say, more fitted to me rather than the one I bought like at Goodwill. Because I went and bought a couple bowling balls, so at least it'd be consistent. Because I think that's the hardest thing is every time I go bowling and use one of their balls, it's just not consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So I did buy a couple from the thrift stores and just roll with it.
Mom got one. I think it smelled like a cherry or something. You can get balls that smell different, which I don't know how long that lasts because one trip down the lane,
Yeah. I hear some people like to have those smelly balls.
I knew there was something coming when I saw the smirk on your face.
I tried hard not to go.
You tried hard?
Road. I tried hard not to go down that road, but
wow, that must be really hard.
I was gonna say sometimes my body.
That's
uh,
what she said.
that's what she said. I learned the other day that avocado has a different meaning than I always thought. So,
What does avocado mean?
huh?
What? Hold on. What is that? What does that mean?
Do you want me to ruin it for you?
Okay.
Spanish word aguacate,
Aguacate?
and it literally means testicle.
Really?
Yeah, likely because of the fruit shape and the fact that they usually grow in pairs on the tree.
Hmm. All right.
So I guess you'll never look at avocados the same.
Probably not. Thanks for enlightening us, Nate.
Yeah, we've learned about balls. We learned about avocados.
What else we got going on?
What else can we talk about?
Football season is upon us. We talked about it last week, but we've finally had the first weekend. It is also officially Halloween Eve for all this month of September. So it's good times.
It's that time of year, and I feel like the 90s are leaving soon as far as weather goes.
Oh, it's
So
like
we'll
the
be in
90s are
that.
coming back, buddy.
Yeah, they are. Good heavens. When we went to that concert, well, I guess it makes sense. We went to the Goo Goo Dolls with my daughter. I went to the Goo Goo Dolls with my daughter,
And how was
and
it? Aside from being
it was
wet.
fun. It was fun. A little rain, not a whole lot, not like our adventure down or up to Ogden. But yeah, it was kind of weird looking around and feeling like you were back in time because a lot of people were dressed very 90s. And you're just like, are they doing that because of the concert or that's just the style right
It's the
now? I feel like
style.
it's a little bit more of the style. But fun. This weekend's the Offspring, along with Jimmy Eat World.
You going to
Very
that?
tempted to go.
Oh,
Very
tempted.
tempted. But guess what? The forecast says
More rain, huh?
rain.
Oh, shoot. That doesn't bode well for me and my weekend plans.
No,
It looks okay. Looks okay the Sunday. 0% chance on Sunday. We're good. Where are you seeing
that's
rain
right.
in the forecast? Which day?
It's what they were talking about this morning. It's not showing on the weather app, but supposedly it's going to rain in this down south, southern part of Utah, and it's going to make
Mm.
its way north over the next few days. So they said a little bit of rain Friday night, likely, and then Saturday is when it's supposed to hit the hardest. And they're even talking about our beloved BYU game that it should
Getting rained on.
get rained on. But there's enough time for weather patterns to change and for that to be not true.
I mean, it's not shown on the
I was
app, so I don't believe it.
well, it's funny when we're sitting at the Goo Goo Dolls concert, it said it wasn't going to rain, and while it was raining,
Well,
so I even asked, Siri, please give me the weather at my current location. That's what I usually do, so it knows exactly where I'm at, and
she said
it
it's nice and
told me
sunny.
there's no rain. That's interesting. Hopefully, it doesn't, because my daughter has to do a yard sale fundraiser at her school for her drama club after last week doing a car wash for her soccer team. And then I have to go help Bronco on Friday night again, fundraise for his class. A lot of fundraisers
Wow.
at well, he wants to go to every game to help out at the snack bar. So they have the visitor snack bar is run by his class at school so they can raise money to do fun events or field trips and stuff like that.
At football games or what?
At all the football games and basketball games.
Okay.
So I haven't ever helped out with the basketball games because the timing of the nights that they were playing last year when
You had bowling league.
I was warming up for my bowling league or practicing for bowling, so I couldn't go. So I never did the basketball games, but I hear the basketball games are a little bit more chill because they're such quick games. They don't want to bring out all the big food, so they mostly just sell like soda and chips and candy
Mm-hmm.
and maybe nachos or something like that. But the football game, holy cow, his teacher, she goes all out for it. She's one of those ladies that at the end of the day she's making 20 cents an hour for all the work she does for her class.
Right.
But yeah, she makes these like ramen bowls that are
Mm.
amazing. But last game it did not sell because it was so stinking hot. I don't think anybody
Yeah.
wanted a hot ramen bowl. What's the spam seaweed wrap rice things? You know what I'm talking about?
Masubi? That's
Yeah, something like
something.
that.
I don't know what it is.
She makes a bunch of those. Those sell really well. She does your nachos. I cooked all the hamburgers and hot dogs, and she didn't even think we'd sell through like one bag of the hamburgers, and she had an extra for the following week, but we sold out of both of those. The game I
Mm.
did a couple weeks ago, we we sold a lot of stuff.
You're a
It was a
busy
big game.
guy.
It was busy. Lots of fundraising, helping out the kids. And then we got to do our "This Is a Place" podcast fundraiser to
Keep this operation running.
keep this operation.
It's very expensive.
Yes.
A whole $12 a month.
And our travel,
Mm.
our per diem for food.
Very true. Okay. I'm forgetting those hidden costs. Yes. But luckily we've put in the work. We've, as I mentioned last week, we did quite a few field trips, and we're here to report back on our findings. Sometimes, I mean, early on in the podcast, we wouldn't do an episode without making a visit, right? We'd have to go to the place, take a picture, prove we were there, and then talk about it. But we haven't done that as much the last few years. But we found some time this summer and went and checked out a couple of places. And we are here to report back on what we found. And I want to do this one today because from our travels, it seemed like the one you were most excited and surprised by. And I always enjoy surprising you with something like back to the Gilgal Garden days or Peace Garden days. I'm like, it's fun to show
Did I?
Nada something cool.
Okay. Well, first of all, kind of tangent, but staying on topic a little bit. I still think we need to do an episode of like, if you come to Utah, here are the top like 5 to 10 things you can do that are free that would blow your mind.
Right.
But so I work at a real estate office. I think I've talked about it before. So I'm not part of the real estate brokerage because I have my own real estate brokerage, but I work out of their office, if that makes sense at all. So that they will refer their business to me for property management.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to their team meeting every Tuesday. And do you know what Kahoot is? Is it called Kahoot?
Like the app? Yeah.
The app where you can do like quiz.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody logs in. So it's like you buzz in or you have the right answer. And then whoever answers the quickest gets the most points. And if you get it correct, you get more. Anyways, so every once in a while they'll do a Kahoot. And sometimes it's real estate related. And sometimes it's just like the other day they did sports. But she did like weird places in Utah the other day. And guess who won?
And you were just rubbing your hands
I was just
together.
like, oh yeah, she was like doing all these, like she did Gilgal Garden, and like that was the one everybody's like, what the crap is she talking about? So that's why I won, is because I knew exactly what when she was bringing up Gilgal. She had a couple other questions that I knew. Everyone's like, what? And so yeah, so I won, and you get free lunch for that
You got
day.
free lunch?
I got free lunch, so it was like
What did you get?
$15.
Whoa.
I can't remember where we went that day. I feel like we went to actually went to the Mediterranean Deli. We should talk about that place.
Mm,
You've been there before, right? That wasn't too far from.
I
I thought
don't
you
think
said you
so.
have. Right there by the across the street from the world's first KFC, just to the south. There's a Mediterranean Deli that I've seen 1,000 times throughout my life. Another place that's been there for a long time, but I didn't realize like how popular that place was. But
No, I
that's
don't
not what
think
we're
I've been
talking
there.
about.
No.
So going down this road of this tangent is just like, yeah. So I knew all these places, so I won because of this podcast. And then I feel like it's getting harder and harder to be like surprised
Right.
by, because we do a lot of, I mean, we're into this like what, 2 years now we've been doing this.
Mm-hmm. Two
um
years. Yep. Exactly.
exactly 2 years we've been doing this, and we do a lot of research for every once in a while, like what should we do. And so when Brandon took me to this place, I was like, say what? And it's so cool. And I'm having a hard time finding anybody that actually knew about it. I think the only people that really know about it are the people who live
In the area,
around near it.
the people who can take advantage of it.
Right. And so I want to know if anybody's ever heard of this place.
We'll be right back.
When every volunteer is a lifeline and every voice makes a difference, that's Texas Together. Each episode, we spotlight the people, stories, and missions that unite the Lone Star State. From nonprofits making an impact in our communities to musicians, influencers, and everyday Texans with extraordinary stories. If you love Texas and the voices that shape it, this is your podcast. My name's Hondo, inviting you to listen to the Texas Together podcast, available on Buzzsprout and wherever you get your podcasts.
I don't think I even have a picture of it. I took
Because
a
they just
picture of the
remodeled it, right?
sign. Yeah, it was, I think it was 2020 or 2021 when they made pretty big changes to it. But we're talking about the Artesian Well Park. It says here they started planning in 2019. Public Lands worked with the Central City Community Council to re-envision the site. The park redesign includes regionally appropriate planting to reduce water use, shield light fixtures, all that stuff. So I think it was 2019. I think eventually 2020, 2021 is when they actually upgraded it, which is good, but also kind of sad because I kind of like the old design they had. Um, but anyway, let's talk about it. So how would you describe what this is?
What I would describe it as a 24/7
Water fountain?
water fountain.
Water dispenser?
Water dispenser. I'm like, we don't say fountain. Like it.
Aren't most water dispensers 24/7?
Okay, so here's the deal. I think if you were just driving by, you would just think it's just a water feature. Wouldn't you think? Like it's
Yeah.
just a weird
Mm-hmm.
looking, like, okay, like somebody, a
Art, something
fountain,
artsy.
something artsy. And then I don't think you would have and maybe that's why I probably driven by it before, because I've been in that neighborhood plenty of times before, and I'm sure I looked over and saw it and just figured it's just a water feature.
I'd argue the old version looked more artsy and more water feature-esque because it was kind of a big, there was like a box around it, kind of, and it said Artesian Well Park on it, and it just had the waterfall down. This one, it's more like open now. It's just, here you go, take your water. But again, if you don't know what you're looking for, it is going to look just like a water fountain or water feature of some sort.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all we have.
Yep.
It says it's where people have long, so that means it's been there for a while, long filled containers with natural, free flowing water from an artisan well. The historic park provides a community space where residents and visitors can access the water, which is considered to have a superior taste by many, despite being chemically similar to other groundwater. So I think people
But why does
go,
it taste better, Nate? Why does it taste better? You know the answer.
Tastes better because it's free.
There you go. It's free. Yeah. So when we were there, I mean, we erred in not bringing our own containers to fill up and get some free water. Right. So we had to do the cup your hands method
Right.
or hang over the side to get a little drink. But we had, geez, how many people pulled up with big jugs?
That's what I'm
A
saying.
bunch. You
Because
see
you
all
see
the
it all the
jugs
time.
here.
They have those like 5 gallon water jug dispensers at the store, and you see
Mm-hmm.
people fill it up all the time. I don't know how much it costs, but I'll tell you what, like if I had a water dispenser, At my house, I would
Would you
definitely
drive
go
up to Sugar
here.
House? What is
I
this is
think like
considered Sugar House, right?
I
I
would
mean, it's
think
right by
so.
Sugar. No, not Sugar House. Liberty Park.
Liberty Park.
What is it? Just Salt Lake?
It's probably more Salt Lake.
It's technically Salt Lake. Okay. So, would you drive up to Salt Lake? For me, it's a 24-minute drive from where I'm at right now. Probably 20 minutes for you. Worth it to drive if you had a couple jugs of water.
One jug, probably not. But if, like I said, if I had 5 or 6, I've seen people go to the grocery store and their carts full of 4 to 5 of those big 5-gallon jugs because they probably go once a week just to refill them.
It's wild.
Like, heck yes, I think I would do that because it's free and it's supposedly. I know friends who I know friends.
You know, friends.
I know friends. I have friends that I know don't even they're so into, I guess, healthy living,
Mm,
like health food wise and all that stuff, where they don't want to put anything.
much like yourself, of course.
Yes, I'm their before picture or the what not to do. But I know they go and buy like the spring filtered water and stuff like that because they don't even want to drink out of the tap because of all the
Mm,
chemicals that are in there. And I told him about this, and he's like, "Wait, what?" Because he was drinking some spring water from something the other day. I'm like, and the best part is it's free.
mm-hmm.
So
He's
the only
probably
thing it
spending a lot
says
of
that you
money.
may die because of the was it the mine? What did the thing say? There
Um,
was something to do with like landmines or bombs or something.
yes, it may. You may
Nuclear
swallow.
war.
You may swallow a landmine while drinking this water.
Is that what it said?
No, let
Oh,
me
okay.
see. The Artesian well is not part of the Salt Lake City Department of Public Utility System, but is routinely monitored by public utilities water quality staff. The natural water source meets federal and state requirements for drinking water. However, low levels of perchlorate, perchlorate, a compound that may be naturally occurring or related to explosives manufacturing, has been found in the well. The levels found are below what the EPA considers a concern. This compound is not regulated in Utah. So there's a
Okay.
chance you could die.
I know how to do something with like explosives. I probably should have said that, but the only thing that came to my mind was like grenades or landmines.
Yeah, we don't have many landmines here, luckily. We do have grenades. And they're usually made from bacon grease. Call back. If you don't listen to every episode, you're missing out. But yeah, it's a nice little area. I mean, they kind of they don't really have a lot of decorations. They got some trees, some benches, a little sculpture looking thing in the background. Um, yeah, good little chill place. Lots of shade.
But
Not
like you
bad.
said, we were there middle of the afternoon for maybe 15 minutes and we saw how many people filling up. And then
Yeah,
a lot of people will be jogging by and they are riding their bikes out for exercise purposes, and almost all of them stopped to fill up the water bottle there. Like it's the thing to do when you're out
yeah,
getting your exercise.
it's perfect. It says that it's this artesian well taps into an aquifer whose recharge area extends from Red Butte Creek underneath the U. Much of the allure of the site is its natural water with high mineral content and a few chemicals. So there may be a little bit of chemicals from the explosives, but isn't everything have chemicals in it nowadays? Everything's got plastic, everything's got
Well,
chemicals, everything's killing us.
I feel like it just turns you into a superhero because that's how superheroes are made, right?
Yes. Is an artesian well is different from an artesian spring in that its water doesn't surface through a natural opening. Instead, a pipe must be put in the ground. The fact that the water flows through the pipe under natural pressure without pumping makes an artesian well different from other wells. The more you know. I don't understand how water and aquifers work very much. But my one question would be, I mean, it's a constant flow of water all day, every day, right? I think technically it says the park hours are from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. And it does give you things that you can and cannot do at the spring. It says enjoy and protect your open space. The park is open to picnicking and water collection. Dogs must be on leash. Please clean up after your pet, but you cannot bathe, wash your clothes, expectorate, which I think we found out was spitting, right?
Right. Oh,
No
yeah.
alcohol, no drugs, no smoking, no camping, no fires or firearms. No damaging or removing property. These rules aren't just good citizenship, they're the law. So none of those things. But my question is, constant flowing water, does that water just get recycled again? Like, where does the water go? It pumps up, and then where does it go? Just back in the ground?
That's what I was kind of wondering. And what happens if it's a good question. Where does the water go? And if they weren't pumping it out of this spring, what would happen? Because it's continuously flowing, so and it never seems to end.
Yeah.
Where does the water come from? Where does it go? How is it unlimited?
Why does it flow?
All I know is it's probably just as dangerous as chasing waterfalls.
You know, it's always a good episode when we can have a waterfall, chasing waterfall reference. And it was prime for us to do this location because of its water nature. But yeah, I wonder, there's got to be other stuff like this out there, right? I mean, it's kind of
Something
surprising.
cool like this. Something cool like this that, yeah.
No, I mean just other
Other
wells like
wells
this. Yeah, I mean there can't just be one well in the Salt Lake area or the
in the Salt
Salt Lake
Lake area.
Valley.
That's a good question.
Maybe there's untapped wells out there. We should have these artesian spring wells everywhere.
I think so too.
I'm sure we've got some water experts or some maybe a geologist. There's probably like a geologist job, right? To understand this stuff.
H2O
Or a
specialist.
marine biologist.
Marine biologist. Yes.
Yeah, that's for
that
sure
makes
what
more
it is.
sense.
So if we have any marine biologists, please chime in and let us know what's the deal with
We'll
these.
take just a biologist. We'll take
If you understand science at
if
all
you know
on
science.
any level more than us, please explain. Because I can't Google it. I don't know how. ChatGPT is not sophisticated enough to tell me what's going on at this site. But if you're in the area, check it out. Bring a jug or a water bottle or something. Get some free water. Tell us if you can taste the difference, if it tastes any better than what's coming out of your sink. And yeah, let us know. Also, let us know what other weird things we can find out in the wild. Other things that we can wow Nate with. I still have a couple up my sleeve. But
good.
If you can come up with some that will wow Nate, make him say, huh, you win. You win the
Things
prize.
that make me go,
But until then, thank you for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
And this was a place we just talked about.